Now what we're going to do here is we're going to do a review video or a reaction video, and it's of a documentary, and it's a group of guys who launched a product, and within just a couple of hours they were able to make $1 million. And the launch actually went much longer than that, probably no more than 24 to 48 hours, but for the sole purpose of this video, we just want to look at it in the context of how to make $1 million.
Right on. Are those early bird links ready?
Now this here is Frank Kern. Many of you may be familiar with him. If you don't, he's known for doing big mega launches. Does a collaboration with somebody and they launch a product, and sometimes generate 20-30 million dollars in a day or a couple of days period of time. And that's what he's known for today. However, he was one of our clients from the company that I was working with. He was already successful by the time I got there, but he was that's partially where he got the education to get his big launch or get his start going. One of the things that he did is he didn't get started in the money making space. First of all, he started off with pet training programs, invested some money into having somebody from, I think it was guru.com, hired somebody that was an expert in pets and animals, write a dog training course for him. He then went back there, hired somebody to build a website for him. He did the copy, put that together, launched it, and then he was investing about $3,500 a month into advertising with, at the time, which was the Google program, Google AdWords program. And that brought him a return of $3,500. So in the early 2000s, living in Georgia, you could make a decent living making $3,500 a month in Macon, Georgia. And so it gave him a lot of free time, and that's how he then eventually got involved into teaching other people how to make money with it.
Yeah.
It's 10:23.
All right, let's get it out.
I just wrote this copy, and I'm going to send it to him, even though he's like 10 feet from me, to send out to the early bird list. And we've got like 11, I just wrote it down, 11,937 people on the early bird list waiting for this thing. So this is going to go to those guys right now. And the purpose of it is really just to emphasize that there are limited seats, which there are, because these two guys are teaching their very first interactive web class. Yeah. So this is a classic, like, stacking the pressure without being uncool about it email.
So if you come over here to your workbook, and this is the early bird email, and so this is exactly what Frank Kern is going over right now, word for word. Here's where you can get in line for the magic bullet system now. There's the link. This is everything that he's going to review here with you here in just a moment. But what is in red is the words that can be replaced. So this is where you take out their product and replace it with your product. And everything in red, he's also going to go over. So let me kind of go over this with, here's what you can get in line. Here's where you can get in line for the magic bullet system now. Put the link there. As you note, if everyone and their brother is promoting this today, and that means it will sell out. Grab your copy now before somebody beats you to it. So that's why it's so important that we use joint ventures and do collaboration with other businesses, because you got multiple people promoting it, and that's called fear of loss. When it comes into sales, it's known as fear of loss marketing. I'm gonna lose out. It's something that QVC was always famous for, and the shopping channel TV stations, and they had a countdown. This is how many we got left. This is the timer. You got to buy it now. So it's fear of loss. Then as we scroll down, and again, Frank Kern is going to go over this email in more detail for you. This particular email is being sent out to 11,937 who have already raised their hands and said, I'm ready. So as you notice, that is in red. So you can edit that to what you're doing. And then we switch the page here, and then that's all that's in red. And this does the selling for you, so you don't really need to worry about too much of anything. Okay. But that's why you want to use this email in your marketing efforts. So let's go back and let's hear the rest from Frank Kern.
So I'll just go over the copy with you. It says here's where you can cut in line and get the magic bullet system now. Notice I've emphasized the word now. Then there's a link. That's where they'll insert the early bird link. As you probably noticed, everyone and their brother is promoting this today, which is true. I'm sure, well, obviously you're going to be watching this after the thing goes out, but really everybody in the world is promoting this, which is great, and that means it will sell out. Another true statement. So grab your copy now before someone beats you to it with the link. Talk soon to Mish. Now, this point really is just to get them to click on the damn link and buy the product. So then in the PS is where I started to sort of apply the pressure. I said, you're getting this because you're on the early bird list. This particular email is going out to the 11,937 people who have raised their hands and said, I'm ready. That's a real number, by the way. We're not making that up or anything lame. It's probably grown in the past 10 minutes since I started typing this. In another hour or so, I'll be opening the doors to the 110,531 other people on the waiting list, and a few minutes after that, we'll be opening the doors to the general public. And since we're only taking a limited number of people, it will sell out. So if you're getting this, you've got the opportunity to cut in line ahead of all those other people and reserve your spot early. You can take advantage of that opportunity here. So we're going to send this out. It's 10:26, and as you can see in my very polite subject line here to Amish, it's supposed to go out at 10:30. With any luck, the programming team has the early bird page up and ready, and the server won't blow up. But the official launch is scheduled to happen in 90 minutes. Typically when you send an early bird link out, affiliates can figure it out sometimes. They'll start mailing it. We should see a pretty good amount of orders come in.
We actually have over 12,000 people on the early bird list now.
Over 12,000?
Yeah.
That means I was lying.
So if you heard what he just said, if we come back over here to the workbook, and he said that we have over 12,000 people on the list, right? And so what they're doing is they're using list segmentation. They started off, or they have a big list of 110,000 subscribers, right? And then they segment that down into a smaller list. And again, we go through this in the workbook. Segmented emails boost revenue by 760%. And that's why we use what we call as a mass marketable offer to capture that email and then segment them into smaller categories of interest.
Even I understated the amount of people we have.
All right. You ready for this?
So what are you writing? I'm writing the copy that goes to the main list. So he's got 11,000, or actually 12,000 people on the early bird now, and 110,000 on the main list. This opted in just as like showing interest, you know.
Everybody's mailing.
So this is going to go to them. 5 minutes ago, or less than that, when I was starting to type this email, we were at 72. Sales now we're at 83. So look, just jumped up by 20 grand while I was typing that stuff, and the email hadn't even finished getting delivered. I don't think.
From 92 to 111.
What's really cool is this number. I think I just blew it up there. God, we just had two more in the second that happened. This number is people who are largely probably taking the payment plan. We noticed a high percentage of people taking the payment plan instead of paying
I
upfront.
just saw your
So
text.
really, this is like almost
No,
$250,000 worth of orders right there. 85 times 3,000, whatever that is. $255,000 in sales. So $96,000 collected. So what you want to see? Here we go. Damn, 10 orders while I was telling you that. Like when you turn the main page on, it's going to be crazy. It's a glamorous world of the launches. A bunch of dudes on laptops sitting around. I've got a cooler laptop and mine's blue. Is everyone mailing their early bird link? Or affiliates mailing it? This is typical. So what's happened right now is affiliates have been sitting around. They've reverse engineered what the affiliate link is for the early bird link. So they're mailing their list now for the early bird link, which is exactly what you want to happen in a launch, you know, because you want it to sell out as fast as possible. But that's awesome because we did not tell them to mail it. We're just like, okay, here you go, you know. Anyway, I'm going to write this copy now. Let's see what happened. It's 10:48. Last time we updated was 4 minutes ago. Ladies and gentlemen, so we had almost 50 orders come through in that 4 minutes. We collected $187,752. The total sales amount is now 152 times 3,000, which is $450,000 in sales, which is pretty good. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and mail this thing at 11:15. Mail it to the big list because it'll take so long for it to get out. I'm writing you a copy now. We're at 195 orders now, $238,000 collected. So, this is like kind of a pressure stack email that's going out to the general list. There's one thing that we really didn't do that I normally do. We just got kind of sidetracked doing like 8 zillion things, and that is really deliberately stack the cool. So we're doing a free workshop for everyone that buys, and we didn't really make a big deal out of this, so I'm going to make a big deal out of that in today's email. That's why I have the subject line as surprise.
So then we go back over here to our workbook again, and Frank Kern already went over the early bird list. So that's the email. Just copy, paste it, remove everything that talks about their product, and then you can insert the stuff that talks about your product. Let's move my camera over here. And then this is the general list. So this is what he's talking about. Surprise. I decided to open up the Magic Bullet system a few minutes early for you, and you can go get it here, and there's the link. So this is the general email. Like I said, everything in red, you want to remove that and then replace it with the things that talk about your product.
And it says, surprise, I've decided to open up the Magic Bullet system a few minutes early for you, and you can get it here now. Notice these the word now there, as if like sort of a command really. And then there's the link there. And then I begin with, and here's more good news, when you get it now, you'll also get a free ticket to our exclusive Magic Bullet workshop that'll be taught live here in San Diego. The first Magic Bullet workshop was taught this summer, and it sold out for $4,000 per person. That's true, it really did sell out quickly for $4 grand per person. How much did y'all get from that anyway? Like $1 million thing?
Close to about $1 million. It was like right around 870 or something like that.
So anyway, many heavyweights in the internet marketing industry attended and raved about it. Another true story, Platinum guys. I first heard about it. Well, you know, his office was behind mine. His house was behind my office. But I wasn't able to go because I was doing something, a launch or something like that. But Platinum guys went to it, and we had a Platinum meeting right after his seminar, and they were just freaking out. In fact, Dave Mizrahi, a Platinum guy, whose layouts we stole blatantly. He's in the dating market. He tests the hell out of opt-in pages and stuff. We stole his opt-in page layout, and it converted like crazy. But he was like, this is unbelievable. Reese went to it, said it was the greatest seminar he's ever been to. So John, and I said so right here, John Reese is even quoted as saying it's the best seminar ever. Anyway, when you get the Magic Bullet system now, you'll also get access to attend this workshop live for free. This will sell out. In fact, as I'm typing this, I'm noticing that we've already sold 195 seats. We opened it up to the early bird list about 20 minutes ago. Now you, as the viewer here, are seeing firsthand that there's no shenanigans, right? So we're at 195 seats. We really did open it up to the early bird list around 20 minutes ago. I'm going to refresh here just to see how many we got since I'm already here. So now we're at 254 seats sold, by the way. I'm just going to leave it at 195 though. Yeah, anyway. And as you've noticed, a gazillion people are promoting this. So if you want to put the Magic Bullet to work for you, here's your opportunity to do so. Talk soon, Amish. And that's it. I'm going to send that to my man right now. Copy for the big list coming your way. Just hit him with it in 15 minutes.
We got started.
Now you've collected $328,829, so you just made $10,000 in 3 seconds. It took me to make a change, Joe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I really want to collect $1 million by noon. I want to have that $1 million cash in the money hour. You know, so if we can get, when did we hit it? 20 minutes ago, so we have 40 minutes to collect $659,000 more dollars.
So why is collecting important? What's the difference?
That's money in the bank. So, like a lot of these big launches, all of them, we have two levels of numbers. One is the money you actually collect up front, and the other is the money you put on the books. So, we've sold 282 seats right now, right? And the cost is $29.97, or 4 payments of $797. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
four payments of $797. So, assuming everyone makes their payments, we're making a little bit more if they make all 4 payments, but really that's meant to discourage them from taking that 4-pay option. But assuming everyone paid, we would make a minimum of whatever 282 times 3,000 is. So whatever that is, I don't know, I'm horrible at math, especially when I'm on camera. So we've collected 360,000. So there's a big difference, you know. Because as my old granddaddy said, you ain't sold shit till you got the money. And in reality, the people who are taking the split pays, not all of them will pay, unfortunately. You know what, dude? We should probably hit it now. Let's go ahead and send that other one now because it'll take forever. The server's slowing down. We're at $393,000 collected, and now $396,000 collected. What? It's 11:01 on a Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have yet to go live officially. We've collected $480,000.
Cool.
We're not even open yet to the rest of the world.
All right, you guys ready?
So as you notice here, they've sent out their 12,000 emails. They haven't even opened it up to the general public as of yet, and they've still almost closed in at $500,000.
I agree, and
Done, son.
Shout. That's it.
All right,
That's
folks.
that money.
Do we have anything for the affiliates?
Yeah, we're at $604,000 collected. 1.4 million in book sales. 604,000 collected.
think are taking?
It's going great. It's going real good. Actually, it's on par with like the biggest, the best of all the blockbuster launches. Typically, I think the most I've ever collected on a launch day, it's maybe been like 2.5 million or something. Maybe not even that much. Maybe like 2 million collected money on a launch day. So, the reason I'm so hung up on collected is just it sounds cool to be able to have collected $1 million in like an hour. It's really for personal.
So that's money actually in your bank.
Yeah, that's like right. That's what they've gotten. Now the book sales is about $1.5 million right now. So over the next 90 days, they'll probably collect, I'd say, around 70% of the money that's on the books.
We're still at like 32% on full pay.
32% on full pay. That's not too bad. It's usually around 40%. So I wrote this copy yesterday.
So if we come back over here to the workbook, this is the upsell or the, actually I guess this is a downsell. I still have it written as an upsell in the book, but we have the sales copy for this as well. Everything in red, like I said, replace that with what you have, and then it goes on all over here. So red, 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 red. Here are what you're gonna get. So here's what I got. Just put what are the features and benefits of your products here. But let's go back and check it out from Frank.
After swimming with my children. So here's the pitch. And we were making the joke earlier. I don't know if we caught it on camera, but this is like, I was inspired to write this by a movie that Dudley Moore was in called Crazy People. And Dudley Moore is this advertising executive, and one day he wakes up and he's like, I'm just going to tell people flat out what it's all about. So his first campaign was for Volvo, and he was like, Volvo, boxy but safe. And tons of people started buying Volvos, and everyone was like, damn, this guy's awesome. And then he did one for Jaguar, and he was like, Jaguar, for men who want hand jobs from strange women. And everyone started buying Jaguars, and it was just like based on this really straightforward, truthful stuff. So that was the inspiration behind this, was that movie. So the gist of the pitch is, listen, try this thing. I have no idea if you're going to like it, but you might, so you might as well give it a whirl. And here's the deal. And that's the whole pitch. And it's converting at 60%, which goes back to what I've been telling you guys forever, which is if you're just like really cool about stuff and you have a good offer and you present it in a nice way that's like not bullshitty, it works. So here's the headline. This is stolen from a pre-head that Phil Same wrote. Our most successful students will try this, and then yours free, 1 month's free access to the Magic Bullet Mastermind. Dear friend, I'm not going to try to sell you on this because it's really a no-brainer. Today only, you can join the Magic Bullet Mastermind for a full month for free. If you like it, it's $297 a month, and if you don't, just let us know before the month is up, and you'll never be billed for it, but you can keep all the cool stuff we give you anyway. So right there, we're eliminating any possibility of shenanigans, any possibility of a shenanigans declaration by telling them that it's $297 a month in the very second paragraph of the letter. And here's what the Magic Bullet Mastermind is all about. As you know, the CPA business is a multi-billion-dollar global business, and it's changing constantly. And this means that every day there's a new opportunity to make money that nobody else really knows about. So this is where the Magic Bullet Mastermind comes in. As a member, you'll get to look over our shoulder every month as we test new offers, find new niches, and cover the latest strategy for bringing in monster revenue. Here's what's included. In-depth analysis of the markets we're going after and why we chose them, and how we chose them. Videos of us using the Magic Bullet to find the markets, the offers, putting up campaigns, optimizing them, and expanding them. Live case studies once a month, and once a month calls only available to our mastermind. Is this for you? Now here's where it really gets good, right? Is this for you? Honestly, we have no idea. I think that's really powerful because, like, it's just like what you would say to one of your friends, like, dude, I don't know if you're going to like it, but try it out. So that's the rest of the pitch. And that's why we're offering to give you a free month's membership today so you can test it out. There's no extra cost to try it out right now. And like I said, if you don't think it's awesome, just let us know before the end of your trial period and you'll never be billed. Click here to give it a whirl, and then there's the no thanks button right there. I specifically requested that the button say click here to give it a whirl because I thought it was more colloquial and it was more like easygoing and cool and laid back. But anyway, that's 60% of the people are taking it. So if you figure that no matter how awesome it is, you'll get like a 50% of the people who take the trial will actually stick. If you figure that, he's got 300 people in the trial now. Well, he sold 500, so that means of every 1,000 sales, he gets 600 people will take the trial. Of every 600, half of those will stick, so therefore 300 people will take it. So when he hits 1,000 seats, he will have automatically built in a $90,000 per month continuity business right there on the back because of this nice little low-key pitch. That's assuming that only 50% of the people stick. Who knows? Maybe more, maybe less. But this is worth modeling right here, for sure. It's possible it's starting to slow, or either just that first wave of early birds has already hit.
Server's holding up pretty solid.
I shouldn't even say this. We might actually not blow anything up. This will be the first time ever that nothing's blown up.
Yeah.
So we have our first potential slowdown in the launch, which is it looks like the email queue is bogged down for Fusionsoft, which means that it means that we're not able to send email to the list, which is kind of like standard issue. The big concern, because affiliates at this point sort of know what to do, you know. My big concern is it's not going out to the 110,000 people on the prospect list. So we kind of really, it'd be very helpful if it went out to them, you know what I mean? But it's not yet. But it shall. By God, I have faith. Sure do want to collect another $255,000 within 20 minutes here. So just for my own personal egomaniacal self, you know what I mean? So there's $1.69 million launch on the books. I'd like it to be a minimum of 6 for the whole campaign. Who knows really how it'll do. It'd be really helpful if we could get the stupid mail out.
So 6 is what you'd like to see minimum?
Yeah, I'd like to see minimum on the book 6 for sure. Just because of like my average person does 6. So
What do you think is possible?
well, if we kept it open forever, like for a week, and did like that, pull it off, open it back up, pull it off a final time, and threaten, you know, all that kind of stuff, we could probably do a lot. The risk in doing that is undermining the credibility of a Mission Jose because we said it was a limited class. So if you do all that stuff, then you can make yourself look like a dipshit. You know, like, oh, we're only going to take a few people, and then hey, it's open again. You know. So if we do that, we need to come up with a reason why we've reopened, like on Wednesday or whatever. And that reason why would be that they've staffed up to accommodate more people, which they have. Incidentally, they just hired a he's on the phone, like a programmer guy, like a lead programmer, some exorbitant hourly rate to oversee everything and make sure nothing blows up. So they're real good at that kind of stuff. So we'll play that one by ear, you know. New stuff. I'll call that food.
Anything okay?
Looks like the email server's bogged down. Shocking. So we're real fortunate. We know a guy at Infusion who's awesome. And
Hey, how's it going, Tyler? This is Associate.
we're trying to catch him right now. He's probably already on it. I'm going to call him on his other cell number right
As
now.
soon as we have in, we can't send him.
Tyler Durden. This is Dr. Frank Kern, attorney at law, chief engineer from NASA. Yeah. Just building another space shuttle. This time it's going to be at a tinfoil to block the CIA's beams. It looks like our email server's bogging. We tried to send a blast out like 45 minutes ago. We don't see it in the batch report. Actually, 2. So can you have someone like shake it or pour some Coca-Cola on it or something? Aye. Thanks, mate. Bye. He gonna handle it.
Cool.
If his email ever went out, maybe.
$800,000 collected now.
Jeff Johnson absolutely crushing it.
Wow.
Go here in second. Chris Carpenter in third. Marty pulling up his game. Look at that.
Working.
Those are the biggest bonuses, guys.
Fourth.
All those guys.
Yeah, how is
PPC
that?
Bully. Then it's us. Then Matt Trainer. Then Jason Katzenbach, Mike Hill, Mike Same. Frank's up there. Even though he didn't mail.
I mailed once, you bastard son of a bitch.
I didn't ever got it.
You right? You couldn't get a man down.
Have these Andy's?
You know, Chris Carpenter might be winning because he has 2 accounts, though.
No, he only got 5 on the other one.
Because Johnson, the Silver Fox.
Yeah. Ryan got 4.
Yay.
But we've only got 6 minutes, and then we won't do it. 7 minutes to go. About 100 and something grand to go.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna do it, maybe. God, man, come on, boys.
6 minutes. 6 minutes. Let's go.
Let's go.
35 sales. We need 35 sales, right?
And our emails just went out, and so did a bunch of JBs. So
5 of them. 902. Actually, sorry, something else.
Oh, just got 3 in my inbox.
937.
Oh
2
my
more
God.
minutes. Come on.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's do this.
Oh, it's gonna be 3, 2, 1.
Oh, so close, but wait a minute. So far away.
No.
Oh, well.
So, what is it? Give the details to the camera.
I got to give their money back. It's 957,000.
So they did it. They hit their goal of $1 million. It wasn't exactly by noon, but just a few minutes after. So we provided you with the copy. So let's go back to our workbook. So we have let's move my camera over here again. The early bird list. This is email number 1 to our segmented list. And then we have our general list over here. And they were able to do that with what was that? 16 so it was 12,000 emails to the segmented list and another 6,000 emails to the general list. They didn't even send out the 110,000 emails.
Oh, God.
$888 collected. Damn it.
How much booked?
Damn you bastards. Now it's 960. Now watch. In like 5 minutes it'll go. How much booked? Let's see. 710. That's 200. 710 is like 2,100,000.
That's awesome.
Didn't get it. Didn't break the record, man. Of course, it's my record anyway, so. I can always be growing, you know.
It might have. Those emails went out, huh?
Yeah, it's not my fault. It's Infusionsoft. They blew it up. It wasn't me. It was the educational system and that damn rap music. Yeah, look at that. Fucking 9 more sales to go or something. We'll hit it.
That's wild, man. That was close.
Terrified you guys.
But what? Did you got scared of myself?
So you guys getting hungry?
No. Just had that pizza.
I'm always hungry.
God, look at all this stuff, man. That is awesome.
I'm a lumber guy. 12:04. Fuck, guys, I got bad news. You guys are now officially $1 million richer. Congratulations! 12:04, man. What happened? What happened?
I should have woke up 4 minutes earlier, man.
Look at that. There it is.
Should have
$1
woke
million
up.
collected. 4 minutes in the launch.
Wow. That is awesome.
We're the poppers, man.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know.
I know, it feels like I should be giving hugs right now. Some shit.
Great, man.
Fucking, I'll give you a hug on that shit,
Yeah,
dude.
All right, well,
Fucking
Congratulations.
we did it. We did it. You.
Yes, we did.
Awesome stuff.
Gang.
We did it. We did it.
So they finally did it. They hit their $1 million mark.
Welcome to the club, bitches.
Awesome, man.
Alright, awesome.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks for support today.
Yeah, we just need
Coming out for the
about
long.
3 million.
All we gotta do now is really, really deliver for these guys,
Yeah.
man. I mean, just like boom. Because as soon as this, like, what happens in the next 7 days is really gonna affect the stick rate a lot. You know, they need to be like, none of this. Oh man, there's a little delay. It'll be fucking ready in a minute. And they gotta be like, these guys are fucking awesome. One thing I would do.
Well,
I'd have
we
your
said on
guys
the
do-
thank you page and in the thank you email says you will get your logins in about 24 hours. And the reason why we want to do that is we want to stagger in people into the system so we don't just
blow it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you tell them that in the email?
They know that. Yeah, so you'll get it within 24 hours. So what we want to do is like take like, you know, maybe like 300 people at a time and give them their logins over like the next 24 hours.
Aye.
So we don't blow it up.
I would also take, like, send them cookies. We did that on Mass Control.
Oh, really?
Great.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, and just said like best used while watching Magic Bullet, best used with a Magic Bullet. You know, just like a $10 thing of cookies. I mean, you'll spend 40 grand or whatever, but the goodwill is fucking huge.
Yep.
Yeah, people will dig it. Just shit to be cool to them, you know, because they just gave you $1 million, so you might as well treat them like you love them.
Right
Can we
now,
do? Can we do?
making $9,400 a minute right now.
With that number?
18,000 have only gone out. So when do we do that? Like 11:15 or something is when he queued it up. So 18,000 of the 110,000 people on the list have only gotten the mail so far, and we're already at 1 million. And 1,042,000. So just in the 5 minutes since we surpassed 1 million, we've done 46,000 now in orders. 47. Yeah, so I think we'll hit another half. I think we'll hit another half by 1:30 or 2 or something.
Yeah. Well, he
Which
said
would be
he's
good.
gotta do it, but